What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're starting off with no power at all. As you can see behind me, a lot of ruckus going on over there. They're trying to fix the tree that fell on the power lines, but that ain't gonna stop us because we're gonna get right back to work on the Dodge Viper. So one of our main goals today is to get this hood completely sanded, the whole thing, take the vents out, everything like that, and also sand the whole entire front bumper, take all this clear bra off. That's some tough stuff right there. Also, there is some damage right here that we did not see until we actually pulled this lower lip section off. It is cracked right here. We're gonna have to do some kind of fiberglassing repair. Nothing too major, simple stuff right here. So we're gonna just hop right into it, start working, start fixing all this stuff, and start sanding. So I just finished off sanding the primer. It's absolutely smooth. I'm happy with it. There's still a little bit more to sand because we got to sand the whole entire hood. And we're just gonna hold off on that right now. We still don't have power. They're still fixing it over there. But actually we have to run to the Chevy dealership right now, order some parts for our DF Goblin kit car, and then we'll catch you guys right back at the house, and hopefully the power is back on.
We are here at the dealership, but we're gonna go ahead and go inside, order some parts for our Cobalt, and I think we're gonna hop right out. Hopefully they got everything we need and they hook us up on some prices now. Alrighty guys, so we just ordered everything we need for the kit car. They even gave me some presents here, some apples and some oranges. So we're gonna roll out and go back to the house.
Let's do it. So we are back from the dealership. We just had to order a knuckle and some control arms for our kit car, but that's ordered now, it's coming in, so stay tuned for that video. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and remove these vents from the hood so we can go ahead and sand the whole hood and have it prepped and ready. Then we can jump on that front bumper and repair it. It looks like it's just snapped in with these little plastic snappers. They look really dangerous. They look like they can just break, so we're gonna be really careful with that. Let's go ahead and try to snap one out.
Custom hood prop made by the Vipers Association right here.
Yep, custom.
Woo! There's one of them. Dude, super lightweight.
Yeah, they're lightweight. They have a little bit of glue on them. A little 3M, that's what it is. You do not want to break these. These are like $700 for all of them. So
really?
That's used too, so.
Dang. So we're gonna go ahead and pop out the rest of these and go ahead and wet sand this whole entire hood. And then we'll repair the little edges. We got a few little tiny
thing like right here. Here, look at it right there. Just very minor. I can just fill that in with some resin and no problem fixing that. I want to go ahead and sand the whole hood before we actually do that. So let's go ahead and pop all these vents out first. Guys, so we got the majority of the hood already sanded, but we're gonna go over it once again just to hit anything that we might have missed. But for the most part, it is going smoothly. We're gonna go ahead and take care of that. And once we are done with the hood, we're gonna go ahead and jump onto this front bumper, do this little repair on this corner, and pretty much take care of this right here, this clear bra. Go ahead and remove it, and then pretty much wet sand it, and it'll be ready for paint in the future here soon. All right guys, so it looks like we got it pretty much all completely sanded down. We're just gonna go ahead and let it dry. And if it needs any touch up in any area, we'll take care of that later. But for the most part, it is completely wet sanded. This is a large hood, so it did take quite a bit of time, but we managed to get it sanded. So that's the finish you're looking for right there, that nice satin matte finish right there. And that should be good for paint whenever it's ready. But now pretty much we're gonna go ahead and drop this lip. Now I did research this lip, or I looked it up, and I was trying to buy the opposite end there, and it is around $2,000 for an OEM replacement. So I'm not sure if we should just go ahead and pull the trigger on that and buy the opposite end,
or get a different style lip. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, but that's what we got going on for that lip. For now, we haven't made up any decisions just yet, but we're gonna go ahead and remove it. And there's a pretty big crack there, so let's go ahead and do some fiberglass repair there.
That's some thick carbon fiber.
$2,000, I mean, you better expect some thick carbon on there.
Yeah, I know, right? That's thick carbon, ain't that?
That's crazy, and it was clear broad and all that good stuff, but maybe we'll go with a different style lip. I think something a little bit more aggressive would look better.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of these just two little pieces at the bottom. It really doesn't, I mean, it looks good, but doesn't look real good, like an actual lip, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so we removed most of the clear bra on this bumper, just a little bit more left on that bottom half section. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and try to repair this crack right here. Should be pretty simple. I'm gonna use my little drill method. I have this bit on here that just gets right up in that crack, makes the groove a lot bigger. So the kitty hair body filler goes into the groove and makes the bond a lot stronger. So let's go ahead and grind this groove out. So I just threw the first coat of glazing putty, a nice thin coat. Hopefully that's the last coat. All we have to do is sand it and prime it, but it's getting late on us, so we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right guys, so it is the next day here. So right now I wanna go ahead and sand this body filler down, get it all smooth and get it ready for some primer. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and sand the whole entire front bumper and get it prepped for the painting stage. And afterwards, we do have to repair a few minor things on the rear bumper. As you can see, the carbon fiber and also a little bit of minor scratches right here. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and sand this down and throw some primer on it. All right guys, so the repair is done. We just threw our guide coat. So now before we start sanding, we're gonna throw it outside, let it cure in the sun before we do any type of sanding. But while that's curing, we're gonna jump on the rear bumper over here and start taking it apart because there is a few damages like right here on the side that we gotta repair. And also the carbon fiber tail light housing, whatever you wanna call it, is a little bit damaged right here, and we're also gonna repair that. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the stand, start taking it apart, and hopefully repair it.
It's nice and sunny today, so we're gonna go ahead and let that cure 100%.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and see what we can do with this rear bumper. Hopefully we can save that carbon fiber piece, because I noticed that the tail light actually does connect to this little trim piece right there, that carbon fiber piece. So I think we'll be able to do something with it though.
Yeah. So the first thing we're gonna do is start disassembling the carbon fiber piece, and after we take apart all the tail lights, all the wiring harness that's on this rear bumper, then we're gonna go ahead and take off the diffuser so we can just work on everything piece by piece. Alright guys, there goes the tail light right there.
Man, that looks pretty cool in the white. I gotta admit, I wish we could do something like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick, but it is damaged, so we're probably gonna have to get a new one. So we're gonna go ahead and set that aside and take this one off as well.
There she goes. That carbon fiber piece right there is pretty dang pricey, so if we can save it, that's gonna save us a couple $100 right there.
Yeah, it's just little surface scratches right there. We do have our carbon fiber repair kit, so we should be able to repair this no problem.
Probably with just resin, we wouldn't need even a little...
No. Yeah, this is just gonna be the carbon fiber epoxy resin that they put on this. So
it's gonna be pretty cool to see how that turns out, honestly.
Yeah, this piece is some high quality carbon, dude. I like how they did a perfect center line right there that makes that stitching V shape. So
yes,
that
sir.
is super sick.
That weave, man. You got that weave, that
light,
perfect
man.
weave.
We're probably gonna repair the rear bumper first, so let's go ahead and remove the diffuser, set this aside in a safe place so we don't damage it. So let's go ahead and start removing that diffuser.
All right, so we got it disconnected. He's gonna go ahead and screw all the bolts back into their position so you don't lose anything. But look how flexible this plastic composite, whatever it is, this stuff just bends so easy. But we don't have too much damages here, so it's gonna be a quick fix on the bumper, but on the carbon fiber, it's gonna be a little bit tougher, I think. But we're gonna go ahead and prep it, and we're gonna take care of this. All right, so he just applied the glazing putty, and while that's gonna dry, we're gonna go ahead and jump onto this, I don't even know what you'd call that. I think it's like a trim bezel piece.
Tail light bezel,
yeah,
something like that.
Pretty much what we're gonna do is sand it a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna sand it down with probably a 600,
yeah,
try to smooth it out, maybe a 400, and then we're gonna see how deep it is in the deepest areas where the carbon fiber is not messed up. We're gonna use our carbon fiber resin that goes in there. It's some thick epoxy, and it should be able to fix all this pretty simply. So let's go ahead and start sanding it. All right, so I did sand this down with a 320 just to finish it all off, to give it that nice smooth finish. I already waxed and grease removed it, so it's ready to go. I got my special epoxy right here. It's just 2 parts resin, 1 part hardener. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it, and I got my little applicator pad right here. And hopefully it goes smoothly, and all we gotta do afterwards is just buff it, and it should be just like original.
All right guys, so that turned out very good right there for the first coat. We're gonna let it dry overnight because that resin does take a good bit to cure.
Yeah, right around 24 hours.
24 hours.
For top, but we might do another coat, let it dry out just a little bit, and then I'm gonna go over it one more time with some more resin just to give it that nice thick coat so I can sand it and buff it. But for now, that turned out great. So we're gonna put this aside somewhere safe and then start sanding that rear bumper.
so we just finished up our rear bumper. We went ahead and threw our guide coat. We're not gonna sand anything because we're gonna let it fully cure, but we did get a lot of work done today. We fixed our front bumper, our rear bumper, went ahead and sanded that whole entire hood. Wet sanding does take a long time. That's the most time-consuming part of prepping for paint, but we're gonna save that for later. As for some other parts like this rocker panel, as you can see, it is non-repairable. That sucker is mangled right there.
Yeah, we thought about repairing it, but aluminum is just so difficult to work with. It bends one way and then won't bend the other, and then it just cracks.
Very difficult.
And that is some pretty bad bends right there, especially when you're trying to align everything after the frame machine.
Man,
and you don't, yeah, and if you don't have that perfectly bent out to its original shape, it's just not gonna go as you think it would go. Nothing's gonna align right, so best thing to do is what?
Go ahead and order another one. It is a used part. It does have a little bit of damage like right here, but we are gonna be able to fix it. So you'll see it when it comes in.
Yeah, we're probably gonna use a little bit of that piece of metal from there to fix that one piece. Yeah. Maybe do a little bit of aluminum welding, but we'll show you guys exactly how it's damaged when it comes in. It's on its way. But as for the door,
it's not gonna be able to get repaired without an aluminum pin puller, which is around $2,500 plus, or we could just go ahead and get a door for around $2,000. So that's probably what we're gonna do for now, and maybe repair that in the future and just post it up and get our money back. You gotta do that.
Yeah, if we can fix that, maybe later on grab a pin puller if we find a good deal on it and fix that door, because that is a pricey door. I mean, the cheapest one we found was how much?
About $2,200 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but aluminum pin pulling and aluminum repair is something that we do want to learn, so we may buy that equipment here very soon.
Yeah, because every new car is basically aluminum nowadays, and if you can repair it, tons of money saved.
Okay. And for this paint, as you can see, it didn't match up. We are going to be matching up as close as we possibly can. There is a bunch of methods you could use, so we're going to show you guys how we do that in a later video.
Yeah, we're probably going to go around buying different types of paint and using different types of, what would you call it, sealer?
Different types of sealers underneath. I know a lot of you guys mentioned that, so we appreciate you guys. And we're just gonna try to probably bring it apart to the company that's gonna be mixing the paint.
Yeah, we're probably gonna bring that little fender we have over there and see if they can match it up. And we're thinking about using test sheets for painting,
yes, exactly.
You know, so we can match it up perfect, because if we can save the original paint, we will, because, you know, it's not worth painting everything if it matches perfectly, you know.
Exactly.
But if we have to, no big deal. We've done it before, and
we can handle it.
Yeah, we can handle it. And this roof is, man, look how big is that roof?
Dude, it's tiny. It's gonna be easy to paint. I'm not a painter, he's a painter, but I always watch. And
pretty, yeah, this is really tiny.
The hood is gonna be very hard to paint.
Yeah,
but, you know, nothing's really that hard. It's just time consuming.
Yep.
And you gotta do your research.
But that hood is a massive hood. That's like bigger than a roof of the biggest roof of a car that I've painted before.
Yeah, exactly. We do got to repair a little corner on that door over there, so that's going to be pretty simple, quick fix. We have ordered also our rear tires, so they should be in a couple of days. Once we get that tire, once we get these two tires, we can go to the frame machine and start getting everything aligned up front and get our framework complete.
Yeah, that's all we're waiting for is the rear tire. As you can see, it's just sitting on the ground. But that front one over there, we aired it up today, and it got some air in it, so we're good for now. We can head to the frame machine as soon as we get that rear tire in. So,
okay, now for the rims. Now we did buy that from the dealership. We tried to order. We went ahead and put an order in on this front wheel, but they did mention something of it being on back order, and I don't know if they could even order it. So we are on the lookout for a new wheel, because you can't really tell. It is scuffed up, and it is also kind of egg-shaped, so it's pretty badly bent.
Yeah, and they said, what, like 90 days to even...
90 days, man.
To even try to get an order in, or even something like that.
I don't know, but something along those lines, so...
Pretty crazy.
If anybody knows anything about a front wheel, this is a...
18 inch.
18 inch, but how wide is it? I think it's about 11.
Yeah.
The rear ones are 13. Them suckers are wide.
Oh yeah, super wide. But yeah, if you guys know where we can get a new or used one as quick as possible, message us, because that's probably the only part that's the hardest to get.
Yeah, that's definitely, as of right now, other than the airbag, which we did find an airbag, so we're probably gonna put an order in on it here very soon. And seat belts, we're gonna send them off. So that's pretty much just like an overall update on this build of what it's gonna take to get it back together. It's gonna come together here very soon, guys, and pretty soon we're gonna be test driving this thing for the very first time.
And I'm excited to
Dude.
paint this thing because
You're excited to paint it, I'm excited to drive it.
Yeah, I'm anxious to start piecing it together, like the door, the quarter panel. Like as soon as we put this quarter panel on,
Already looks complete.
it does look pretty good in the video right now, but it's just the camera. As you can see, as you can get right here,
Yeah,
almost looks good on camera,
Yeah.
but it is a little darker, guys. Let's see if you can get it right there. You see that? You can see it right there. It's a little darker shade, but we're gonna try to match it as perfectly as possible. We're gonna try out some new paints, probably PPG and all that good stuff. Maybe some Sherwin-Williams, because if we can get it perfect match, we're gonna be golden.
We do got a huge mess in here, guys, because we did do a lot of work, so we're probably gonna go ahead and clean everything up. And that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. So be sure to follow us on Instagram, guys, to get an inside scoop before YouTube. And if you're wondering about the kit car, we got all the parts coming in, so stay tuned because it's gonna be coming together here real soon. So be sure to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on anything. If you wanna support your boys, go to goonsquad.com and copy some merch. We got some new merch coming your way, so be on the lookout. We got some awesome new content coming your way, so be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.